What did Sunday night's 42-38 win over the Bears, Trysta, tell you about the San Francisco 49ers?
Resiliency, Nick. I mean, you've got no George Kittle. You've got no Trent Williams. You end up throwing a pick six to the beginning of the game. The offense is missing 2 Hall of Famers, and you still come out with the dub. You're still able to put up 40-plus points. The defense? Sus, Nick. But I don't know necessarily if it matters that much.
Well, when you said sus, I thought when you said suh that it was going to go with a different word, because I think suck could be appropriate also for the Niners defense. I don't know if it sucks, but it is not great, obviously. And to me, that's the big takeaway. And look, like, you're right. Brock Purdy was great. Do you remember the Brock Purdy, Mac Jones, is there a quarterback controversy in San Francisco? Like, smart people were actually saying, like, should Mac Jones start? Mac Jones be the quarterback of this team? Like, Of course not. Like, Brock Purdy was great, and you're right. George Kittle, one of the best pass-catching and run-blocking tight ends. Trent Williams, a future first-ballot Hall of Famer. But, Trysta, this defense is so bad, and it's tough for me to take San Francisco seriously as a Super Bowl contender when they can't get off the field.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you can score 40, and this is a team that's now going to have to go up against Seattle, and we saw them go up against an okay Carolina Panthers defense, but boy, is Sam Darnold in postseason form, and I mean that in the most disrespectful way I can.
Yeah, Darnold was not good against Carolina, and we could talk about that game with Seattle and San Francisco in a second, but I'll just say, like, yes, they did score 40 points, and the Niners' offense has been great. I'm not hating on the offense, and Kyle Shanahan may be the best play caller, maybe in the history of the NFL. He's that good. Like, the Bears' defense is also really bad. And, like, that's kind of like to group the Bears into this. I see, too, like, strong offenses. Niners' offense is probably better with terrible defenses. And I don't trust either. So my big takeaway, Trysta, coming out of that game, I don't trust San Francisco in the postseason. And I'll take it a step further. I think Seattle's going to beat them coming up on Saturday. That's how much I don't trust this defense. I'll take Sam Darnold against the Niners' defense.
Wow. That we're going to have to circle back on.
Didn't feel great when I said it. Didn't feel great when I said it, but like, we all watched it. Like, their defense is bad. And I'll just, like, with Green Bay, do you think Green Bay sunk without Micah Parsons? Like, I do.
Yes.
So Green Bay doesn't have Micah Parsons. The Niners don't have Nick Bosa or Fred Warner. And we're just supposed to believe that they're going to be a Super Bowl team. Like, I don't see it. I think they're going to lose to Seattle coming up on Saturday. Sounds like you like the Niners in that game.
I think just slightly, only because we saw Seattle struggle offensively so mightily. They're almost inverses of one another. I don't trust the Seattle offense right now. And we saw what it took for them to beat the Rams a couple of weeks ago. And that was kind of fluky and weird. But it's almost like the Niners have to win with 40 points. And Seattle has to win in like a 20-7 battle. And I really don't know what side of the ball is going to end up winning out.
I will say, and we'll see what happens on Saturday, I trust Seattle's offense more than I trust San Francisco's defense. And if the Niners win that game, and the winner of that game, either San Francisco or Seattle, home field advantage throughout the NFC playoffs, and you might have heard, because everybody's saying it now, because it's the truth, Super Bowl 60 is going to be played at Levi Stadium in San Francisco. So if the Niners get home field, they won't have to leave their home stadium en route to potentially winning another Lombardi trophy. Do you think, Trysta, the Niners need home field advantage in order to win the Super Bowl?
I mean, I think they need probably more than home field advantage to win the Super Bowl.
Well, I guess they're not going to win it then, because they're not going to get more than that.
Yeah, I think they need some pieces back. I think they need a lot of luck. I think they need other NFC contenders to go down before they play the Niners. Like, I think this offense is awesome. And there's even room for it to grow. Like, Jake Tonges has been awesome. Like, they get George Kittle back next week. Christian McCaffrey was just vultured on multiple occasions last night. Could have had a 3-touchdown, a bajillion rushing yard performance. It's okay that I have him in my fantasy championship. I wasn't counting or anything. So, yeah, I think that they could do it. The margin for error is very, very small. And they'll go up against an Eagles team that wins ugly. They'll go up against a Seattle team, potentially, that wins ugly. So, yeah, they just have to offensively be even better than they have been these last 3 weeks.
And let's not sleep on the LA Rams in that equation as well. And just a shout out to fantasy football hero Jake Tonges, just like we all thought in Week 17, filling in for George Kittle, scoring and playing well in the game for the Niners. I don't want to say, Trysta, that the Niners can't win the Super Bowl, They can, but they have to win these games like you said. They have to score 30 points. They have to win 34-31, 38-35, or like against the Bears on Sunday night, 42-38. And while I don't think it's likely, it's not impossible. I do feel like they need home field because it's not just the home field, it's having to play one less game. So only 2 games in the NFC playoffs and then a Super Bowl. When your defense is this bad, you want to have not as many chances for the defense to get exposed. I think they have to beat Seattle if they want to win the Super Bowl, and I don't see it happening.